Well, I think first and foremost, make sure you got a driver.
It's not the running that's the problem, it's the drinking.
I think there's an element of danger that might be lacking in distance running.
My tip is to not do it. It's extremely painful.
I think that, you know, a mile with 4 beers is pretty easy, to be honest.
I think my dad's very proud. I don't think my mum approves.
Late last year, on a Formula One track deep in the eclectic art of Texas, the first Beer Mile World Championships.
World Championships of Beer Mile here in Austin, Texas, and they're off.
Drink a 12-ounce beer, any brand of choice as long as it's 5% alcohol. Then run a quarter mile. Chug and run. Repeat 3 more times.
Your heart's beating for your chest and you've got a belly full of beer. It's not easy.
It almost feels like there's something stabbing you in the sides.
You want to see people fail and fail miserably.
Oh my gosh, let Niagara Falls enter. It's all coming out. He's going to feel a lot better, trust me.
I mean, it is terrible, I'd say. But then 5 minutes after you're done, you're on, yeah, the best mood ever.
More than 25 years ago, runners at Burlington Central High School in Ontario, Canada, invented the beer mile. Now in their 40s, they prefer to drink beer and reminisce rather than run.
The beer mile today is very different than the beer mile then for me.
I remember the very first one I did, I puked and I was terrible.
I was always all right, today's gonna be the day I get around without throwing up and I'm gonna break 8 minutes. And then I get to the second beer and be like, today is not the day it's gonna happen. I'll watch Dan run a fast time and just try to drink my beer.
It was a ritual, it was a celebration of running, it was a celebration of our friendship. It was awesome.
What time you got?
Patrick Butler, the proprietor of BeerMile.com, has seen this once obscure sport evolve into something dangerously close to mainstream.
Good.
Social media came out, people started sharing more often. It wasn't just email, and it kind of took off about 10 years ago.
And then this past year, you have somebody like James Nielsen, who set the unofficial world record. Somebody like that, it kind of draws a lot of attention to it.
Last spring, James Nielsen, in a tribute to the 60th anniversary of Roger Bannister's eclipsing of the 4-minute mile mark, set his sights on another hallowed milestone.
I just kind of decided, you know what, I've always said I wanted to break 5 minutes in the beer mile. What if I actually legitimately trained and got a camera out there and filmed it for the first time? Can I actually do it?
The night before, basically, he's like, can you go to the store and pick me up some Budweiser? And I was like, why? Why do you want me to get you Budweiser? He's like, oh, I'm gonna do the beer mile tomorrow. And I'm gonna break the world record.
Get set, go.
On April 27th, 2014, on a college track in Marin County, California, his wife Mimi videotaped and timed Nielsen's historic attempt.
4:57! I can't believe he did it. 4:57!
It's really painful. I upload to YouTube, I posted it to my Facebook, just to my friends, went to work. Next thing you know, it just exploded. Got over 1 million views on YouTube in the first 3 days. I mean, it was a viral phenomenon.
Nielsen's 4-minute, 57-second race is officially recognized by Butler and BeerMile.com as the world record.
He's our sports Jesus, but with more miracles. He's the one that kind of put it in the forefront this year.
And prompted stories in the Wall Street Journal, Sports Illustrated, and USA Today. But there was controversy.
You know, talking to my fellow beer milers, we don't acknowledge that as a world record. I believe James claimed to have done his second beer in 3.9 seconds. It's physically impossible.
As most people are aware, you can pour a beer out of a can in about 6 or 8 seconds. And the key here is that you actually want to suck the beer out of the can. So ask any high school physics teacher if it's possible for a human being to drink faster. The answer is absolutely yes. How do you do that? You have to actually suck the beer out of the can.
Back in Texas, the world's finest beer milers, minus James Nielsen, who declined to race, gathered for the FloTrack World Championships.
Are you just going to blow away the competition here? Or?
No, unfortunately, if it was a mile, I might be able to blow away the competition, but this is a beer mile.
The field included American Nick Symmonds, who finished 5th in the 800 meters at the London Olympics.
on paper, I'm the fastest runner, but ultimately it's going to be the drinking that's going to, you know, decide who wins this race, I think.
And Chris Kimbrough, the women's world record holder, and mother of 6.
You win everything. Having 6 kids in your belly isn't comfortable. I never thought about that, but maybe that's some of it.
And they're off. Oh, man, look at this. Look at that chugging ability.
Elizabeth Herndon, a 29-year-old professor and marathoner from Kent, Ohio, downed 4 New Belgium fat tires and smashed Kimbrough's record of 6:28.6 by more than 10 seconds.
Beth Herndon gonna cross the line in a new world record time.
I'm not even out of breath.
That's the secret to the beer mile.
In the elite men's race, it wasn't Simmons who ran and chugged the fastest.
Corey Gallagher is off. He is pushing for that world record. He's got to move.
It was Canadian Corey Gallagher who guzzled Bud Light Platinum and won the race in 5 minutes flat, 3 seconds off Nielsen's controversial record.
I'd like to say that this is the world record. James Nielsen is a cheat and a fake. If he is legit, he'd be here. He isn't. This should be the world record.
This August in San Francisco, Nielsen is staging his own Beer Mile Classic, which will feature the 4 past and present world record holders.
We need to get all the best beer milers in the world together at the same place, at the same time, and just settle this once and for all. Who's the best beer miler in the world?